Hey you guys, welcome back to Mochi Design. We're going to make a very easy, simple animation right now, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Yes, yes, yes. And so we will have two cameras going, one showing a screenshot and the other one showing me actually making the animation. So here we are drawing both the hands right now. It looks like some sort of fish, but it'll get better. And I'm loving this angle here, the way that we are setting things up. And so I'm getting everything set and figuring out what I'm going to do with it. And so now we're going to start painting, and I use this color as kind of more of a beige color. And here I am making it the head bigger. I thought the head was really too small for the body at that point. So I definitely didn't want a small head, especially the type of features that I like is usually big eyes and everything. So here is the background. It's going to be a really simple background. They're in a cool looking room, but a simply drawn cool looking room with all sorts of colors. There's going to be some greens mainly, and that's like a hallway, a very quick way to draw a hallway. And so I'm using all these colors and making some sort of different dimensions to it so that it can look like it's almost like it's going in the room and not just a flat room, but a hallway area. And this is a little sketch. I'm using a couple different colors, like an olive green, a dark green, a more um lighter green, and just making a quick room because this is going to be a quick tutorial here. And then I put this background to fill up the empty spots that were white, and then I turned off the layer as well so that, the layer doesn't get in the way of me actually drawing the character. And so she's going to have on a blue dress. Her hands or her arms going to have a darker color to them as well. And I love to pick colors, different colors for everything. I think that's a fun process as well. And so as you can see, the dress is kind of going underneath where the actual stage is, but that's okay because she's going to move around later on a little bit. So that'll help. And I'm making the neck a darker color because maybe it's getting less sun, less light, so it's going to look darker. And here's the infamous hands that I'm doing here. Hands are hard sometimes, but I'm actually getting better. You should see how my hands used to be, and you would say, okay, well, I guess it's not as bad now. So I was struggling a little bit. Looked a little bit like a tree instead of hands, but then she had about 6 fingers for a second there, but that's okay. And so the hair is going to have this really cool, more like a whole bunch of different colors. It is kind of stringy looking, but I actually kind of like it like that. And it's going to have all these cool colors to it, and blues and reds and brownish orange. So I really enjoyed making her hair, and I would like to do more different types of colorful characters as well. And so that was fun to kind of fill up every little strand there with a different color. Put her her eyebrows, but as you can see, one of those eyebrows a little, you know, a little bit too far up. And then the eyes, I actually like the eyes this low, but I actually took them off. I think the first time it actually looked like one of the best, but now this part, no. So eventually I'll figure out what I want to do with it. Ended up needing to move the picture over a bit so that I can kind of face everything a little bit. But if it's hard to see, there is a little window at the top left showing the full screen of everything. So you can definitely check that out if you want to see more of the timeline and everything on there at the bottom. So now I'm filling out the whites of the eyes. And she's going to have red eyes, but it doesn't look bad to me. Maybe because they're big red eyes. So I actually like the red eyes on her, especially since she has such colorful hair and everything. And I feel like the red and the blue actually look good together. And then you see me circling by mistake her eye just now because if you it's a touch screen, my laptop. So with the touch screen, you know, if you touch it, there's mark. So there is some uh eyelashes that I wrote, and then now I'm doing her lips, and they were a little bit kind of too wide. So the it was fun to actually I feel like it looks better filled in when it's just the outline, it looks a little weird. So to have it with more than just the outline makes it looks more like lips when it's drawn this way instead of just like a line. So I've got a darker color and filled out the middle part a little bit. And then used the nose, did the nose, and I used the same color for the nose. I like to use similar colors. Like I don't, even though I like colorful, I like to kind of use the colors that we already used on the face or and use them in different areas. I feel like it makes it look like they go together more. And so here's the nose part and the highlights, put a couple of highlights and tried to kind of clean up everything with the eyes and clean up all the different little hole spots there and to make it look a little bit more put together, which is something I'm working on being a bit neater with everything and making everything look more put together and more professional looking is my goal. So now I'm putting the different highlights of the outfit on. Sorry, my very loud air conditioning just came on. But so we're going to continue here and choose different colors for her face. I decided to change her coloring for her face. I looked at it through the camera lens and it looked green to me at the time. So I said, let's make that a little bit different of a different color, maybe more skin tone like. And so now I'm making the little indent here, which I struggle with. This is something I usually wouldn't even attempt to draw. So I'm just happy I even attempted that part. And it looked better than I thought it did at the time. So here's shadowing. I'm trying to learn things that I usually try not to do. So that is that process. And I'm just trying to make more dimension to her face a little bit, but use some of the different colors that I've been using throughout. So even though it's pink, I felt like it kind of pulls everything together because her eyes are red and her hair is all different colors. So make her highlights a little pink. And I'm fixing the lips. Her lips looked a little bit sideways, and just moving her around and situating her more to the side because it looks like she's floating in the air. She's sitting down in the air. So I want to move her over a little bit. And so now this is the puppet warp tool that I absolutely love. And it makes things easy because I'm putting out videos every single day pretty much. And as you all know, animation is takes a long time usually, so this helps save some time, but you can still do interesting things. She's gonna do a wiggle across the room. Um, but it is a quick if you need a simple motion throughout. Let's say you just needed to change her facial expressions here and just have her body slightly move, then this puppet warp tool will work. And you can see I can actually make her stand up, move her head a little bit, and her arms and everything. So I can do all of that with just a puppet warp tool so that I don't have to redraw everything. And I made it a little bit smaller, but then she was getting smaller and then bigger right after. So I had to kind of remove a keyframe from her after doing that. And she's doing the little wiggle and her bottom half is moving. Sometimes depending on where you place the little pins, because that's how it works. You place these pins and then it stays. But yes, so here is what it's looking like. She is walking across the room. And you guys, please subscribe for more. And there is an Adobe Animate link if you would like to download that. It is going to be in the description. Have a great day, you guys. Bye.